Well, the name of the game this week has definitely been inconsistently, especially as we're talking about the weather. Hey, this is Jason Durham with Go Fish Guide Service, bringing you this week's Park Rapids Area Fishing Report, brought to you by Delaney's Outdoors and the Park Rapids Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce. Well, that's true. The weather's been so up and down. It's been hard to get out on the lake with all the wind that we've had, with the storms that have been popping up. And if it's been a little confusing for you, it's been confusing for the fish too. However, those that are getting out during these moments of sunshine, a little bit of calmness, they're catching really nice fish. The walleyes have been biting really well out on the weed lines just beyond where they end. So the weeds will only grow out to a certain depth based on light penetration. And where those stop, that's called the weed line. So you're looking at like 16 to 18 feet. We've caught fish on all three types of live bait. Artificial baits, swim baits, man, what a great option this time of year. You can cover a lot of water. If you're talking about catching panfish right now, the sunfish are confused. They've been up on the beds, they've been off of the beds. We've seen them primarily on the weed lines now. They're in various stages of spawn and might not actually finish up doing it, but you'll find crappies out there as well. So they're starting to move out into that 6 to 12 feet of water, but you will start to see those gravitate out towards where the walleyes are seated right now too. The northern pike are in those same areas. It's all about the food chain. They find those smaller fish in the weeds. That's where they're going to be inhabiting, right? Muskie anglers, we've heard some good muskie activity, but not a lot of it. Anglers are seeing some follows, getting some fish, but I haven't heard a ton from the muskie community. I'm sure that's going to increase as the water temperature continues to get warmer. And the largemouth and smallmouth bass right here now, they're finished spawning. They've wrapped everything up. So the largemouth have started to move out into some of those deeper weed lines as well. We're catching them with the walleyes, but you can always this time of year go up into shallow vegetation and pitch for largemouth. The smallmouth, you'll find them primarily shallow yet. Typically less than 10 feet, but smallies act like walleyes sometimes too, and they'll move off of those primary drops. But what I would suggest this week, if you're coming to Park Rapids, fish those shoreline drops. Don't get so focused out on main lake humps. Those fish haven't really gravitated out to those areas, but if you follow those recommendations, I'm hoping it's going to help you catch some fish this week coming to visit Park Rapids.